Alright, what's good, guys? We're gonna be doing a football talk with your boy treezy. So I hope
Yeah,
I hope this recording comes out smooth. I'll just be playing some 2K in the background. I've lowered the volume, and we're gonna be talking about the Cowboys. So I don't know how long this will be, but it'll be what it'll be. So to start off, I think that definitely the Cowboys, especially with all the moves and free agency that they've done, they will probably be doing decent this year, but I don't know about all the way playoffs. I think they will go 9-8, but get snuffed out of the playoffs. What do you think about that, Trey?
my thoughts. Yeah, I think we'll make the playoffs with at least a 10-7 record, maybe 11 and 6. I feel that if we've made some big off-season moves. We got Keanu O'Neal, which was a pretty good big move because he's probably one of the best safeties when healthy, and we re-signed Dak Prescott to a giant deal, which is one of the best things we've done, if not the best thing. We signed DeMonte Causey as well. He's probably one of the best ball hawk safeties in the league. Obviously, last year he got hurt with an Achilles injury, missed the whole season, but he has racked up 11 interceptions his career in 4 years or 5 years, either one. But I think that's pretty dang good. And we also signed Brett Urban. I never heard of him, but I was looking at stats. He was a defensive end, my bad, for the Chicago Bears, and he had like 3 sacks. But he sat behind Akeem Hicks. But this dude's 6'7" and he weighs 255
Wow.
pounds. I think that's pretty good.
So, especially on how gruesome Dak's injury was, do you think he'll recover, and do you think he'll be back at full form, or do you think he'll play not as good as he used to?
I've been watching his workout videos recently. He's released a couple of them. I mean, he looks perfect now. He doesn't have anything on his ankle, but it could change. Maybe he'll have like an extra thing on his ankle or something, like what Alex Smith did. But Alex Smith's injury was way worse than his. But that Prescott, he had a great season last year. Before he got hurt, he was putting up nearly 500 yards per game, and we already know if Dak never got hurt, he would probably have a great season. Probably finished, maybe won. He could have won MVP. But the answer to your question, do I think Dak's gonna be in his reform? I say yes because Dak Prescott is he's pretty good, and I don't think injuries can stop a lot of people, but I don't think this injury can.
What about Zeke? How do you think he's gonna do? Is he gonna be a fumble machine, or is he gonna change the way he thinks just because of the different person who's handing off the ball?
Um, Ezekiel Elliott, I think he will rebound or bounce back from the season because last year, he fumbled a lot. I think he fumbled like 9 times. It's a lot for a running back, but it also depends on your offensive line if they can provide for you. Because last year, a whole entire O-line was hurt, and I think only one
That's true.
starter, 2 starters, Zach Martin, if you can agree with me on this one, the best right guard in the league.
One of the best, yes, indeed.
And
Well,
he got
actually,
hurt.
probably the
He
best, yes.
he got hurt in the Thanksgiving game. He missed the whole season with I think a hamstring injury. And then Connor Williams, he's not really that good. And our center Tyler Benitez, where he was a rookie, who we drafted him in the 3rd round, and Joe Looney, our actual center. He's been fighting for his job with Tyler Benitez, and I think Benitez will win that job and become the starting center because before, I think he's only allowed 1 sack, which is actually pretty good. So definitely
Huh.
see him, Zeke Elliott doing good, and yeah.
Well, my final question being, um, what about the defense? They got a new coordinator. How do you think they'll do? Well, I mean, they played horrendous last year. I think they should do better, and if they have multiple studs on their team, and that shows they should. Do you think that they will play well enough?
With new defensive coordinator Dan Quinn, he was originally the Seahawks defensive coordinator, and he was a Atlanta Falcons head coach before he got fired. But the only concern is if he's going to blow big leads. I'm kind of worried about that, but I have confidence in him. So, and when he was in defensive coordinator in Seattle, he has a lot of players. He knows like Richard Sherman, which the
Yeah,
Cowboys would sign, but I would likely pass up on him because he's kind of slow and he's not the prime Richard Sherman anymore. But and then KJ Wright, and he wanted to sign with Dallas, and Dallas was in talks with him. And today I found out that we won't be signing him because KJ Wright
that
wanted a
sucks.
multi-year deal. I think it was like 3 years, and that's like
Oh,
12 million, which we don't have because we paid Dak Prescott a lot.
yeah,
But I do think our defense is going to be better because we have two really good safeties now. Well, Keanu Neal, he's playing linebacker, but he can switch to safety if needed to.
yeah,
DeMonte Causey is a ball hawk. Donovan Wilson is probably the most underrated safety because last year, I don't know why, but we decided to start him in like the final 8 games. I think he had like 4 picks, 2 fumbles, and he was a hard hitter, and I think Donovan Wilson will have a breakout year, and he's pretty underrated because when all of our safeties were hurt last year and cornerbacks and stuff like that because we had an injury team, Donovan Wilson was sitting behind a player I've never heard of, and he was on the practice squad of the Rams, and he got hurt. Donovan Wilson came in and he shined like a star, and the Cowboys already announced that he has a starting job, which I'm happy about. So definitely seeing us getting better on defense, but the run defense still concerns me a little bit because last year we finished like really bad in that. So
yeah. So how far? Okay, sorry. One more question. How far, if
yep.
they do make it into the playoffs, how far do you think they'll go in the playoffs?
I'm biased, so I'm gonna say Super Bowl, but and realistically, I could see us making the at least the NFC Championship or in the NFC Divisional round. I do think there's a lot of good NFC teams in the playoff. NFC teams, like the Packers, the Buccaneers, the Rams, even the Cardinals, and even the Washington football team. And I do think the Cowboys would have a shot at NFC Championship, but divisional round is where I'm gonna stay at for now. But I'm biased, so I'm gonna say Super Bowl, but divisional round's more looking like it. So that's what I think.
Alright, Trey. This is gonna be it for me. Thank you for doing this, and I'll see y'all in the next one.